On the island of Cyprus, where the sea shimmered like liquid silver under the golden sun, there lived a young girl named Eliana. She was kind, gentle, and full of dreams, but every time she looked into the mirror, she felt sadness in her heart. "I am not beautiful," she would whisper to herself. "Others shine brighter than I do." Eliana watched other girls laughing confidently, their beauty admired by everyone around them. She compared herself constantly and began to believe that beauty was something distant, something she could never truly have. One evening, feeling especially lonely, she walked to the shore where the waves softly kissed the sand. The moonlight danced upon the water, and the sea breeze carried a strange, comforting warmth. She sat near the rocks and sighed. "I wish I could be beautiful," she said quietly to the sea. Suddenly, the waves began to glow. From the white foam of the sea, where the water met the shore, a radiant woman appeared. Her presence was soft yet powerful, like the sunrise after a storm. Her golden hair flowed like sunlight, and her eyes sparkled like the deepest ocean. Eliana stepped back in wonder. "Who are you?" she asked. The woman smiled gently. "I am Aphrodite," she said, "born from the foam of the sea itself. I am the goddess of love, beauty, and the heart." Eliana's eyes widened. She had heard stories of Aphrodite, the most beautiful of all the gods. Aphrodite sat beside her on the sand. "Tell me, child," she said, "why do you ask the sea for beauty?" Eliana lowered her gaze. "Because I do not feel beautiful. I think beauty lives only in a perfect face, in perfect hair, in perfect form. I feel invisible." Aphrodite touched the water, and the waves became like a mirror. "Look closely," she said. Eliana looked, expecting to see her reflection. But instead, she saw moments from her own life. She saw herself helping an elderly neighbor carry groceries. She saw herself comforting her little brother when he cried. She saw herself sharing her lunch with a classmate who had none. She saw herself laughing, being kind, listening, caring. Tears filled her eyes. Aphrodite spoke softly. "This is beauty. People think I am the goddess of beauty because of appearance." Aphrodite continued, "But true beauty was never meant to live only on the outside. Beauty is kindness. Beauty is warmth. Beauty is compassion. Beauty is the light you leave in someone's day." She smiled. "A flower is beautiful not because it tries to be another flower, but because it blooms as itself." Eliana listened carefully. "Each person is unique," Aphrodite said. "Each soul carries its own light. Your beauty is not something you must chase. It already lives within you." "But why do I still feel so small?" Eliana whispered. "Because," Aphrodite said gently, "you have been looking at yourself through the eyes of comparison, instead of through the eyes of truth." The sea breeze wrapped around them like a warm embrace. "When you believe in your worth," Aphrodite said, "confidence begins to shine. And when confidence shines, people see your true beauty, not because you changed your face, but because your heart is finally visible." Eliana took a deep breath. For the first time, she felt something she had been missing for so long. Peace. She smiled, a real smile. And somehow, in that moment, she looked different. Not because her features had changed, but because her spirit had awakened. She stood taller. Her eyes shone brighter. Her heart felt lighter. Aphrodite rose and stepped back toward the sea. "Remember," she said, "beauty is not perfection. Beauty is truth. Beauty is kindness. Beauty is being fully, bravely yourself." As the waves reached her feet, she slowly disappeared back into the sea foam, leaving only moonlight and the sound of the ocean behind. From that night on, Eliana no longer searched for beauty in mirrors. She found it in her laughter, in her kindness, in her courage, in her heart. And because she finally believed in herself, the world began to see what had always been there. She had been beautiful all along.